You're listening to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks.
Welcome to the Late Night Cruise.
The Late Night Cruise.
We're your hosts,
Courtney
and Brienne. Buckle in.
It's going to be a wild ride. Guess who's back?
Back again.
Backroad Chicks.
Tell a friend. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Oh, yeah.
Hi, folks.
Hi.
We're back. Welcome back.
Again.
Welcome back to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks.
Season premiere. Return of us.
We're on the road again.
On the road again. Yeah, we had a long hiatus.
Yep.
I think it was necessary.
I think so. I think it was too. I think we needed to regroup and get some things done.
And some inspiration.
Yeah. And
we have a plethora of topics up our sleeves, which is great.
We do. This season is going to be all about controversial topics.
I was probably hit the decibels too high for our little mics.
You might have.
Please donate to us. We're poor. New mics are always welcome. Just kidding. Please like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. We've got a very good one for everybody today. Controversial topic number 1.
Parenting
as non-parent.
And you know what? I think this one has to go out to attention all cows. Us heifers got something to say.
Wow.
I just gotta get the people's attention.
Yeah, I know. Hello.
In
Hi.
the farm world, cows are the ones who have already had kids, and heifers are the ones who have not yet.
Ah.
It's not an insult. It's just biology. This is just the animal kingdom.
I love it.
Coming live and in Technicolor.
I love it.
So heifers have points to say too. So I just want the cows to pay attention. And the bulls.
And it's not a criticism.
Or the steer.
And it's not an attack. It's nothing like that.
No, not at all. I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it, but
fine. But some of it is observation, some of it is experience, whether or not we have kids. Sometimes you just understand.
Well, I think the thing that drives me the most crazy is the arrogance and ego of parents towards people who haven't had kids yet. I'm not taking away the experience, as in sitting here understanding the hardships and the chaos and the sleepless nights and trying to juggle all the things and responsibilities as a parent. Obviously, I can't speak to that. However, when it comes down to, actual parenting styles, for those of you who ask why I pardon myself, apparently I'm getting the hiccups because of my excitement. So I was trying to withhold that. But when it comes down to like parenting styles or discipline or basic principles of behavior like reinforcement. And what really chaps my ass is the fact that parents, before they had children, were not parents. So there is no hard and fast rule. You go into it blindly, no pun intended or whatever,
Oh my gosh.
You go into it without having that experience and you're figuring it out as you go. There's no rule book. There's no one size fits all. Every kid's different. Every situation is different. Every environment's different. You don't know what you're doing either. You're learning. You're using your already previously learned knowledge from your own experiences and your own observations, your work, your education, whatever, and you're applying it to your life. Just as we, without parents, would be doing as well. So there's validity behind the things we have observed, just like there's validity behind the things you're doing because that's what you're applying as if you would before you had the kid.
Well, and I think that basic human behavior has something to do with it too. I think, based on the way that, not only the way that you were raised, but the way that you see other people around you being raised. As kids, like you had friends that were able to do a whole lot of different things. You had friends that were restricted. You had friends that were very free. You had the way that people raise their kids. You're right. It absolutely is. You don't know it until you're in it. And I would never try to take that experience away from any parent. It
just doesn't make our insights any less valid because ours come from learned experiences and observations as well, just as theirs did. They're just now applying it.
Right.
So they're applying things that they learned prior to having kids, which is why we can give insights as well from our own perspectives to add on to it.
Right.
It's parallel.
Yeah, like it's not, it's nothing to do with the actual, like, well, I mean, kids are specific, right? Like every kid is going to be different. Yes, absolutely. But there are some basic principles. And I feel like, especially with kids nowadays, people that were raised maybe in a not so great environment, like you have the ones that were abused who are trying to not do that with their own kids, and they're swinging the pendulum too far in the other direction.
Yep.
They're
trying so hard to be the opposite and not being their parents, that instead of being a parent, they're being a friend, which is actually damaging to the child.
right. It's like, I'm not a parent. I don't have kids of my own, but I've been around enough kids to know that certain behaviors exhibit certain responses, and 9 times out of 10, it doesn't depend on the child. It depends on the environment.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's basic human behavior too, not just with kids, but it's even with adults and responses and conditioning. If people would pick up a book, if we want to go clinical, look at B.F. Skinner's work in behavior. Look at Pavlov and the dogs.
Yeah.
Simple reinforcement. Dog, bell, pair them together, and dog gets food. You keep pairing a bell with your dog, and then the dog learns that after the bell comes, the food comes. You do that 30 times, and the dog starts salivating when he hears the bell because he knows the food's going to come.
That's right.
So now you take a kid and bad behavior and candy or attention or whatever it is. So kid cries because he's mad, so something bad happened, he didn't get his way, or he didn't get a toy at the store, or he didn't get to watch TV, or have his little iPad or her iPad or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, to stop them from having the tantrum, then you give them candy or hugs or whatever they want, then they're going to keep learning. Kid, tantrum, get. Kid, tantrum, get. And all of a sudden, now they know that tantrum gives them reward. So by doing that, you're reinforcing their adverse behavior that you don't want them to have.
Yeah, I totally agree. And not to say that there's nothing behind a compassionate response to something.
Of course.
But if the response is only give, never restrict, like there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Yes. And if that response is only happening when following a tantrum rather than teaching the kid, hey, when you're well behaved, then good things happen.
And like something that always puzzles me, and I've seen it.
I like the word. Sorry.
I've seen it too many times to count. When people try to reason with their toddlers.
Interesting.
Like you see it everywhere you go. You see it in social media. You see it in person, live and in Technicolor. You see it everywhere. People are trying to reason with their little tiny toddlers.
Oh, I would love an example.
Oh my gosh, now I'm not going to be able to think of one specifically.
I put you on the spot. That's totally my fault.
But I mean, I've seen it in the store. Like I've seen, like you walk up, like you're walking down an aisle and you see a mom with a child who's screaming, being like, oh, like I can't have this toy or whatever, or they don't have this or they don't have that. And the mom is like, well, maybe we'll do this or maybe we'll do this. And it's like, oh, you got to calm down. You got to use your words. You got to tell me what's going on. You got to tell me this. You got to tell me that. Kids that age are not emotionally mature enough to understand that words equal progress.
Mm-hmm. They don't have the complexity in their brain yet.
They don't have the complexity. They might understand the words that you're saying. Absolutely. Yep. They can understand what you're saying to them and they can process that, but they don't process it like an adult would.
The depth of the meaning behind it.
Right.
They just know that no is the word no, which means I can't have, but they don't understand why. Is it because of safety? Is it because I haven't earned it? Like, what's the reason behind the no? They don't understand that. Yeah.
Like, is it financial in nature? Is it like, because kids aren't going to understand, I don't have enough money to buy this for you today.
Right. Yep.
Right? Like they don't understand that concept, nor is it their job to understand that concept. Right. But I think that as the adult, it's okay. Unfortunately, life sucks. Mm-hmm. You aren't always going to get the things that you want when you want them.
Yep.
And enforcing that as a kid to a child who is in their adolescent brain is not going to process that the same way.
Yep.
It's teaching them to grow up to be, well, I just get what I want all the time because I throw a tantrum. That's not really going to work.
Yep. In the real world.
In the real world. And I understand, because I know that I'm going to get pushback for that. I know that I'm going to get, well,
bring it on!
Kids are kids. Kids are kids. They'll grow out of it.
Kids are kids. But again, it's muscle memory, learned behavior. It's mirror neurons. It's watching repetitive behaviors and observational learning from a young age. And they mimic that. So if you ingrain those behaviors and responses from that young of an age, it's going to, whether they consciously are processing it now or not, they're subconsciously remembering those behaviors and adapting to that as they grow older.
Well, and I mean, think about it. Like, we're in our 30s. how many people, like, okay, we know 30-year-old whiners. I know.
Never heard of them.
Right? You know people that are our age, from our generation, who grew up to be entitled assholes.
Yes. I still even know 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds with the same thing.
Right?
But the younger generations are getting worse.
The younger generations are getting worse because it's, everybody has
to be fair.
It has to be fair. Life isn't fair. I'm sorry, y'all.
Everyone's the winner. That really chaps my ass on the playground. No. There are winners and there are losers, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And loser doesn't mean a negative title. It just means this is an opportunity for you to learn on how to improve. You can't all be perfect. You can't all be equal. You can't all have the same things. Yeah. Because if you grow up with that mentality in real life, then you're going to think that you're entitled to get a job just because somebody else did. Or you get a Nobel Prize just because somebody else did. It's like this sense of entitlement, thinking that, well, you just get. You don't have to put anything in. You don't have to have any work. You can just stomp your feet and pout, and you just get it for existing.
Yep.
Without any effort or good behavior or knowledge or time put in. Like, you have to earn those things. You have to develop. You have to grow. And sometimes, unfortunately, the answer is no.
Yep, I agree.
And that has to be taught. It can't just be like, oh, let's make everything equal and let's have a safe space to feel, and oh, don't worry, all of you are winners and all of you get what you want.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, so that's kind of my rant. In a nutshell, it's just stop reinforcing crappy behavior or the lack of discipline.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, even adults get consequences. If you go to work or school or you're tardy and you can't show up on time, you're going to get fired.
Absolutely.
You're not going to have a job. You're going to get kicked out of class. You don't get assignments done on time. You're failing. You're getting withdrawn from the course. There are reasons for that. Yep. You don't show up to practice. You're getting cut from the team.
Yep.
You need to have responsibilities.
And it might not be immediate.
Exactly.
It might.
Okay, we're recording a podcast essay.
Dude. Sorry, what were we saying?
Oh.
Discipline.
Yeah. So the
leadership.
Yeah, like you can't, there's consequences to your actions, and like you'll have a performance review and you can get let go if you don't live up to the probation period of a job. You can get cut from the team. You need to learn these things at a young age. And if these things were enforced in us as kids.
Yes.
And there's parents out there that are, well, I can't discipline my kids. They won't love me anymore. No, kids need structure.
Yes,
Kids
they do.
crave structure. We are structured human beings. Do you see the chaos that twirls around as a tornado when there is no structure in someone's life?
Absolutely.
What kind of people do you know that are actually sane and stable and good and calm and happy and productive that have no structure?
None.
Exactly.
And thinking about being raised, because I was raised, and I'm not saying by any means that it's perfect, but you're raised to have a work ethic. You're raised to contribute to society and contribute to the world around you. It's not a bad thing to understand that life isn't fair.
Exactly, because it's not. And when you have that realism instilled in you, you're not going to be as shocked and disappointed and have an emotional meltdown as an adult when you realize sometimes bad things happen or things don't go your way or crappy things in life happen. You have to learn to adjust to that. You can't have a meltdown because you weren't expecting it, because you've always had this entitled attitude of fairness and equality. And that's where I think that should be a whole other topic.
It feels like it doesn't give you the strength to prepare yourself mentally for rejection or disappointment.
Yes. Yep. 100%. Or meeting deadlines or, any of that, like a responsibility.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
Sorry. There's like a 9-year-old smoking out here.
Are you freaking serious?
Yeah. We're having a minor distraction right now. Sorry, we're trying to record and there's a
lot of chaos going on in the parking lot, and there's a
9-year-old. Yeah, definitely a minor.
Below minor, probably about a 9-year-old, you say?
Yeah, I would say probably 8 or 9.
Smoking a cigarette. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of scary.
It is. That's worrisome. It's lots of broken homes out there where kids don't have discipline or they come from abuse or crappy backgrounds, and then those kind of things happen. They're roaming the streets with cigarettes.
That's actually terrifying.
It is.
Yeah.
And sad.
Yep.
I remember working for a crisis response center, and I was a crisis worker, and just seeing the ways in which kids grew up in the homes that I had to go rescue them from to bring them to a safe space because of the things that were going on. And I'm not saying if you're not disciplining your kid, or that means it's abuse or anything like that,
No.
obviously. But it's just the scales of things that happen in homes and how that shapes kids' lives and environments and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
It's very wild to me. And very sad.
Absolutely it is. Like, if you care about your kid,
Mm-hmm.
it's, the discipline, the consequences, the that kind of thing, it will make a difference.
Well, and then it comes down to spending time with them too. Like, where's the negligence factor when kids don't experience like love or warmth or being close with their kids or spending time with their parent? They don't have that emotional stability or that role model as a parent, like either from the mother or father or both.
Yep.
That absentee lack of connection builds a void inside of those kids, and they go seeking it externally. Like, it's sad. Sometimes you'll see people getting into trouble or crime or becoming like prostitutes on the street or like seeking unnecessary attention, getting pregnant at young ages and all that craziness, or
it's terrifying.
Breaking laws. Like, it's
well, when there's
going online and having hoary TikToks. Sorry,
when there's
swear.
No, that's okay.
At a young age, you know what I mean? Like,
when
validate me.
Right? That's huge. When there's no consequences.
That too.
Right? When there's no reason for them to stop doing what they're doing, they're not going to do that. They're going to continue that behavior.
And not only just the stopping what they're doing, but having no love or affection at home, so they're trying to find it everywhere else.
Yes. Yeah.
They're trying to find their place in the world because they don't have one in their own home.
Yep. But there's also the flip side to that. There's also overcommitting. There's also, like, the flip side of that, there's also smothering them. There's smothering, there's sheltering, there's all of those kind of different things. Like, having a kid who is too far in the one direction of like the lack of affection, too far in the direction of like no discipline.
Absolutely.
There is also such a thing as too much of that.
Yep.
You can over discipline, you can shelter, you can stunt a lot of things.
And we don't have to be parents to know that, because we grew up in similar situations like you've experienced with the being overly sheltered.
Yep.
I've an experience with the absent emotional support and parenting and love.
Yep.
And there's so many people out there who are parents now who don't want to be like their parents, so they have those experiences. And from those experiences, we have instilled knowledge and understanding of what feels good and what does not feel good, and what changes the kind of tweak to help a child actually succeed.
And what I needed in that moment, what you needed in that moment, what you did or did not receive.
Yep. And how it's affected you. So we have that insight and that foresight.
Yes.
So everybody's experiences have validity into giving like advice or instilling wisdom into what might work with kids that are experiencing certain things and how it might help them from learned experience. It's still valid. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And there's nothing to say that, because something that is becoming very prevalent nowadays is, ADD, ADHD, autism, learning disabilities. You have a lot of, I think that the stigma around those things is diminishing. I think that it's the ability to have the help in place, the ability to have assistance, whether it be in school, whether it be at home, there's a way to mitigate some things. So the stigma being less and less, as it is with mental health, for maybe not necessarily the kids, but the parents, like having resources to deal with depression and anxiety, and having the resources to deal with those kind of things.
And respite and overwhelm. And
there are a lot more resources to help, not to mention friends and family. Like if you have those resources.
And there's a lot more now than there was, say, 13 years ago, because I used to work with an organization here in the city, specifically working with kids with autism. And there was tons of lovely support there, like one-on-one, and teaching parents the skills and helping them with emotions and helping kids with the plans that didn't have to cost an arm and a leg, just to support those parents and to make them feel better and reduce the stigma and amalgamate their kids into typically advanced or typically developed schools or classrooms or programs to kind of normalize that for them, their experiences.
Normalize the interaction?
Yeah, and just like their basic learning ability, so they're amongst other kids and peers and learn how to interact and transition and cope and not have emotional breakdowns because their communication isn't as developed as a typically developed child.
Okay.
So it's teaching them and the parents how to help them with the behavior.
That's really interesting that and what other aspects, was it just it was specifically autism, or was it ADD? Was it? learning
In that
disabilities?
specific program, it was mostly autism, but part of our research pilot and the organization we worked with, there was kids with FASD, there was Down syndrome, there was intellectual disabilities for children and older children and adolescents. So it obviously you can't teach them to be completely independent because it's a biological issue.
Of course.
But it was helping them to communicate better, like manding and tapping. So like pointing to pictures or using hand gestures to communicate, or other ways of talking about their needs or what they want or expressing themselves rather than having tantrums because they can't. And a lot of times those children, I know we're kind of going on a tangent here, but a lot of times those children, they're very intelligent.
Yeah.
They know what they want and they know what they're thinking, but they can't verbally communicate it. So we teach them and we teach parents how to help them do that and reduce that kind of adverse behavior or the emotional reaction or frustration and anger and aggression and tantrums.
Now, let me ask you this. Was the parenting, because that could be the question of too much, too much, too little. Like, okay, answer me this. In the cases of like the kids with autism, was the parenting, did it reflect in the parenting that the communication style and stuff like that? Like, was it a definitive, like this kid has too much or too little of something?
Good question. So obviously every household and family is different.
Yeah.
But there obviously, our case, I can't obviously confidential reasons.
Of course.
But there were some clients where they just didn't know what to do. So they didn't know how to handle the kid and they were frustrated and they just kind of avoided, I guess, contact and were just kind of at their wits' end. So that's where we had to coach them. And then there were other parents that would react by becoming too overly involved. I'm just thinking of one specific case, too overly involved, and they would be like constantly hovering over the child and like moving things for them or doing things for them and like overcompensating for the child's, I guess, inability.
Okay.
And constantly like, okay, well, what do you need? I'll just do it for you. Here, let me help you. Like constantly hands-on, not letting the child build any autonomy over their own agency. So there was no independence being built, which was actually, without the parent realizing it, damaging learning and progressiveness because they learned to become completely dependent
on somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it kind of was stunting their development. So we had to teach parents how to teach the child independence and teach the child how to communicate when they needed and to have a sense of autonomy as well as building that connection. So there had to be that kind of fine line and balance.
I wonder if it's like, I wonder what the similarities would be with someone with potentially like a learning disability or ADHD, because I imagine that would probably be something similar. It wouldn't necessarily be the not being able to do or connect. It would be the needing to do everything all at once.
Yeah, and to be honest, when it comes to ADHD, I have no idea. I have no idea. I know me personally, I struggle dealing with people with ADHD because I'm like, I have a very good memory. I can get things done, even if I hate the task. I'm like very important. I know. I'm not sitting here saying that I don't procrastinate. Do not think that I don't for a second, because I absolutely can. Yep. I get in laws where I don't want to do anything and I won't do anything and I'll lay in bed like sucking my thumb like a big baby. Yeah, I get it. However, when you need to get things done and they're important, you gotta push through it and you gotta freaking do it and you gotta remember. So I have a really hard time with people who will interrupt themselves in a conversation and they don't remember what they just said 3 seconds ago and you're like, squirrel, bah! I can't. It drives me crazy because I think my focus and ability to push through and my attention and my memory is just so good that...
Yes. It is very good. Your memory is ridiculous.
It's a little scary, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Not gonna lie. Can confirm.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, not only do we have people in our adult lives that have that, but there are kids in our lives that have, the ADD, and they have like the constant movement, the constant need for stimulation.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Like it's...
Sorry, my brain just squirreled.
Yeah,
how ironic, right?
Right?
I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure it was April 17th, 2024 was our friend anniversary.
Good granny.
I'm pretty sure that that's accurate, and kind of want to double check just to see how my memory is.
Go.
I mean, I feel like I don't have to validate myself, but I feel like I just need to.
Stay tuned. We'll tag it onto the end of the episode, whether or not she figures it out. But, and another, I mean, we're totally squirreling all over the place, but
Hypocrisy!
I, knowing kids, I have some friends that have had a lot of FASD foster kids. So the difference in parenting styles between so many people.
Yep.
I've had kids around my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
My mom did a home daycare. She had tons of kids in the house at any one point. So I learned how to change a diaper when I was 7.
Yep.
And being a kid myself in that scenario, I obviously didn't understand all the nuances and all of the behaviors and stuff back then. But looking back on it now, some of the things make sense.
Yep.
A lot of the things, a lot of the things make sense with broken homes, and a lot of the things make sense with the behavioral issues, and a lot of the things make sense just on a human behavior level.
Well, and pulling off of that too, when I worked as an applied behavioral analysis trainer.
Okay.
I wasn't a parent. I'm not a parent.
Right.
They were still hiring non-parents to help and teach parents. Not because it comes down to, oh, you have a kid and I don't, but it comes down to the basic fundamentals of behavior. And we helped so many people. So just because we didn't have offspring of our own, or we didn't spawn the next generation, was our education and training not valid?
Yeah.
So us helping some of the nonverbal kids gain the ability to communicate verbally and overcome those challenges, does that mean that we didn't know what we were doing? No.
Well, yeah, you get, and of course, when you're not a parent, you get you're not a parent, you don't know. Oh, I love that.
And it's funny though, until they're in need, until desperate times call for desperate measures. And I really appreciated, you don't really get that. I didn't get it. I mean, maybe it's out there. From my own experience, I didn't get any flack when I worked with kids with autism or Downs or FASD.
Yeah.
The parents never said that. They were just grateful for any help because I wasn't sitting there judging their parenting. It has nothing to do with judging. It's you are continuously complaining about something or you need help in a certain category. So you're reaching out to people who can help you. We're not sitting here condemning you or coming down on you or judging you.
Yeah.
We hear your issues or your complaints or your challenges, and we are instilling wisdom and experience based on where we can help and what we know to try and help you. So you coming back and judging us is actually counterproductive to the end goal. Why does it have to be an ego?
Well, exactly. And I think that it's not coming from a judgment place either.
Not on my part.
That's what I mean. On the part of this is what I think you need to do is not coming from a judgment on parenting. It is coming from hey, have you thought about it this way? Have you tried this? Have you it's coming from a genuine place of wanting to help.
Well, and then my frustration is when the same person will repeat the same thing 782,000 times and they continuously bring up the same issue they're having. Then it's maybe lower your ego, have a little humility, realize it's not an attack and take advice from people. And just try.
Yeah.
And then be consistent with it. Don't take it as an attack. But if you're putting it out there that you're frustrated, then you're asking and opening the door for that opportunity for input. So why is there ego and defensiveness when we try and openly give it?
Exactly. I agree. I think that maybe it's who it's coming from because let's be honest, the people that are parents definitely judge the people that aren't.
Or yes.
And I don't mean that
wording.
I don't mean judge as in I just mean you look at us with a different lens. You look at us
lesser than.
You look at us through the lens of, well, you're not a parent, you don't know.
And I often feel like they're looking down on me as if I'm inferior.
Yes.
Because I don't have a child.
I agree. Yeah, I've felt that as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's offensive, really, because
You're just because I'm not a parent doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, and that's where I go back to. Before you were a parent, you weren't a parent either. So you still had your own opinions, own judgments, own wisdoms, and insights to give to others, which is what you're doing with your own child. You're applying what you had before you had a kid, and you're using it just as the same as we are.
And then the question is, are you not taking my advice because it's coming from me, because it's coming from a non-parent? Would you take the same advice if it came from somebody who also had a child?
child, right? And then it comes down to, okay, so just because I didn't push the child out of my vagina, no, really.
I agree.
I didn't push a kid out of my vagina, so I'm not valid. But just because it came out of your twat, all of a sudden you're superior and you are the all-knowing being. Yeah. Now, what if I went out and adopted a kid? Oh, am I suddenly, now because I picked a kid out of a home that needed it, but all of a sudden now my opinion matters?
Valid. Yep.
Like, it's just actually, I want everyone to pause.
Yeah.
And think about that concept.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Does adopting a kid make you any less of a parent?
Exactly.
Right?
Because I guarantee there's judgment on that too, because I've heard parents say, well, you're not a real parent. That wasn't your kid. You adopted it.
Ooh.
That's sick.
That's not okay.
No, it's sick.
That's not okay.
It's not. So again, you're still applying your knowledge.
Yeah.
Your knowledge is there with or without child. It's just the opportunity to apply it.
Yeah, that's...
Why do you trust non-parents to babysit your kids then if you think that our parenting advice isn't valid? Why do you trust your child in our care then? Maybe then you shouldn't be allowed to let other people babysit your kids that aren't parents if you have that judgment. So think about that before you go asking for help from a non-parent that you're invalidating their opinion or their advice or their wisdom.
Yep.
So you're nullifying your entire argument when you're allowing us to watch your kids and you're thanking us and you watch how well behaved your children are with us and we do a good job and your kids connect with us.
Yep.
So you're essentially nullifying your own argument.
Exactly. That's like, yeah, that is bang on the money.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Cows.
You know what? I think that is the perfect thought and very well said. Very well said. Thank you very much for that. That was amazing.
Analogies. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
It was, but you're totally right. Like, if your judgment of non-parents clouds your judgment to the point where you won't take anything, you don't take advice, but we're okay enough when you need us. There's a reason that I chose not to have kids. It's because I've literally been around them my entire life.
And I've always wanted kids and got snuffed.
There's,
I'm old.
There are reasons.
My egg count is diminishing by the minute. I have not reproduced.
Neither have I.
Do you know how detrimental that is to my being and my purpose? I think that's a whole other thing about that.
Okay, all right, hang on a second. But that is predicated upon your being a parent as your entire need for existing.
But it is part of my need and my purpose. I've always wanted children.
Okay.
I have so much love to give.
That is different.
So many people do not give it back. So I need to give it to a child that will hopefully give it back.
It won't fix you, though.
I don't need to be fixed because of that. I just want a kid. I love them. They're cute.
I know. That's true.
They're adorable.
And I don't mean to, disparage you for that. But I have never been one of those people.
And that's okay.
I have never felt like having a child would be my entire purpose in life.
Well, it's not my entire purpose.
No, but, there are women that do feel that.
Yes, totally.
And
yes, there are, yep.
Being made to feel bad for not wanting to do that?
Nobody should be made to feel bad if they can't have kids, they choose not to have kids, they don't have kids, or they have 30 kids, or they have kids at a young age or at an old age. There's so much judgment.
Yes.
I don't like judgment.
I don't either.
Matthew 7.
What?
That you should look at the log in your own eye before pointing out or you should look at the log in your own eye before pointing out the speck in somebody else's.
Very nice. Yep. Yes. I definitely like that.
Yep.
I agree. It's interesting that the judgment is passed so quickly and willy-nilly on, people that have chosen not to do something, whether it be for health reasons, whether it be for mental health reasons, whether it be for selfish reasons, whatever the case.
And I know people, like a gentleman that I'm friends with doesn't want to have kids because he's scared that his anger issues will come out and he'll end up being the way he doesn't want to be towards the kid. And he doesn't want that because he loves kids that much that he's withholding having children out of their own protection and they're not even born yet. How,
I can relate.
Yeah, how that's a sweet thought. You're sparing the kids. I mean, I still think that if you're that self-aware that you would still be able to give love to the kid knowing that you'd have restraint, but that's a good person. Is he any less qualified or valuable to give advice about children just because he chose not to have them? No. Right?
And again, speaking as somebody who is not a parent, who is in a relationship with someone who is a parent, learning the dynamic between parent and child in their specific case is different than the dynamic, say, between a friend of mine who has an FASD kid. Learning the difference between, a family member who has girls versus boys. Learning the dynamic is going to be different for every parent-child relationship.
Yep.
But some of the fundamentals are the same.
Yes. Behavioral fundamentals are the same across human conditioning of any age, sex, and anything. It's a foundational principle of development.
Like, you know how many times that I've heard, oh, well, you're a girls just do this. Or he's a boy, boys just do that. Like, why is that, A, why is that a thing? B, why is that just an acceptable explanation for behavior?
Yeah, it's the same as my house, my rules.
Yeah.
Because I said so. That's just the way it is. I brought you into this world, I'll take you out.
Okay.
So, squirrel.
Okay. Now, to piggyback on that, I'm not saying I agree with that, but that does kind of fall under the structure argument in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have to like the rules, but there are rules.
Oh, I'm fine with the rules. It's just explain them. Because we're talking about now it's just that way because it's just that way. No, explain why it's that way.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, I said no, these are my rules because they're set here to protect you. I want you to learn from my mistakes and repeat them. As your parent, I'm trying to provide safety for you and understanding. If you choose to go outside of that and disobey it, then you're going to get hurt. Something as bad is going to happen to you. And there will be consequences for not listening to me.
Yep.
But don't say I didn't warn you. So again, that's why I made the rule.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know about you, but growing up, it was like, well, that's the rule. Just, you don't stop asking questions.
Yeah, see, and I don't right? Agree with that, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, if the kid's like 2 years old and doesn't get it, then you're not going to go into some big, philosophical explanation as to why.
No, because then you're trying to reason with a toddler, and that never works out well for anybody.
Right, but I digress.
Yeah, right? That's so interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I had another thought.
Okay.
I just lost it. Wait, let me find it. What was my thought, Courtney? Read my mind.
Parenting ruling the roost.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you know me.
I do.
Oh, folks, sometimes that happens. My brain's just like, beep.
She'll say something, and then it'll be like, yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah, I'll be thinking of something else, like food.
Ooh.
Which I once used to love and can't seem to have anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, ruling the roost. Where do you stand on parents who let their kids make all the decisions as if the parent is the child and has to do what the kid wants?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're trying to be the kid's best friend and like it's shadow and they can't,
Yeah.
You know where I'm going?
I do. I absolutely know where you're going.
Okay.
It's, I feel like you want your kid to like you. I get it. And there is a component to being friends with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's definitely a thing. I think that you absolutely want to have a good rapport with your kids. You want to have a good relationship. You ultimately want it to be a friendship. Absolutely. Because that's a good way to foster a healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I also think that kids nowadays absolutely make the rules.
Yeah, and I feel like it comes back down to what we were previously talking about kids just get what they want. There's no consequences and everyone's a winner and da-da-da-da.
Yep.
Like they can't be told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're the ones in charge.
They're like, if you're gonna, it's, my thought on it is, okay, you as the parent, it is your responsibility to shape and mold the child to live a productive, good, healthy adulthood.
Yep.
Right? You're supposed to instill values and principles and feed them, clothe them, teach them, right? Yep. But it almost feels like the need for them to have a say, the need for them to dictate what they do and don't want. I just saw this article. There are people nowadays that are asking their children's permission to change their diapers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like that's become a thing. Like, you should ask your kid if they want you to change their diaper. It's like,
cringe.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Why is that even an option?
Right? Why on earth would that?
No, mommy, I want diaper rash.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. You're like, okay, your kid does not know. They don't want to stop playing for 5 minutes so you can change their diaper. That's the only reason they're going to say no.
Yep.
They don't have the concept of
They don't care about cleanliness.
They don't care about cause and effect.
No.
They don't care about cause and effect. They don't have the emotional intelligence, maturity, whatever you want. They don't have that.
Well, and then I question, what is it with, I'm going to call them snowflake style parents,
Mm-hmm.
Why has that become a thing? What in our culture and society has created that? Or is it a cultural society thing? I feel like that's a contributing factor, but why are parents scared to enforce rules and give their kids all that reign of power? It's very odd. Like, what kind of, like, insecurity do they have? Or, like, why you have no backbone?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It's like, when I was a child and I didn't want to go to the grocery store because I wanted to play with my toys, it's, no, I said so, we have to go grocery shopping. I'm in charge. We're going whether you like it or not.
Like, we need to do this.
Yeah.
It's not an option. You need to understand that there are people that are in authority over you.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with, oh, well, you know, like, I don't want to take that away from them.
It's
fine. You're not.
Sorry, this is a responsibility. You can get back to your toys later. You're coming with me for a bit and you're just going to deal with it. It wasn't anything being rude.
No, and it wasn't like it was a detriment to the child. It's not like their life is going to end if they don't get to play with their toys or if they don't get to go where they want or get what they want.
And I would just pout for a bit and wouldn't want to go, but I'd be over it, 10 minutes later once I was in the car.
The things that I remember are not, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. It's bigger than that. Like, kids are not going to remember all of that when they get older.
No.
They're going to have a sense of responsibility. They're going to have a sense of, respect for authority. They're going to have a certain, the things that you instill in them are not going to be detrimental if you enforce those rules.
Yeah. Like, if I didn't want to go to school or daycare or dance or soccer or whatever the heck it was, it's too bad. That's a responsibility. That's a commitment. You're going. You'll be there on time. You'll participate. You'll do good.
But that's also taught me that I need to show up for work every day and I need to be there. I need to be my best and I need to not be a slouch.
Yeah. And then there's the parents who are like, oh, you don't want to? Okay, that's fine. You can stay home and lay in bed and eat snacks and play video games and sit on your phone.
Right?
Why are you damaging your kids' sense of responsibility in the world and learning how to follow rules and have structure?
Is it part of
the entitlement? Why are you feeling entitlement?
The entitlement is huge. Yes, absolutely. I don't know. I don't understand it either. I think that it's definitely something that you notice.
I would like to invite any parents listening to please comment, hit us up in the comments.
Yeah. If
you know of anyone or if you have found yourself to do that, what makes you allow your kid to be in charge? There's got to be the guilt. Is there guilt that plays into it? I'm feeling that's what I'm kind of getting.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I hear is that it's a guilt thing.
Yeah, I want to know what harm is it to enforce a rule or get your kid to do something they don't want to do? What
does it hurt?
Yeah, why are you scared to do that? What is your rationale behind it? Where is your stance on it? Please. Because I don't
I would
understand.
love to know. Yep, I agree.
Why would you ask your kid if it's okay to change their diaper?
Right?
That's absurd.
You're like, no, you're going to get diaper rash. You're going to have no, there are reasons. Who wants to sit in their own shit?
That boggles my mind.
I know.
I'm a little speechless.
Yeah, and it's recent too.
I'm not surprised, sadly.
No, I know. It's unfortunate.
The culture is terrifying. Do you remember the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what comes to mind. The way of the world is shifting. Let's shift it back, people.
Let's shift it back. Okay, moving on.
Sorry, I was just staring off into the abyss for a second. Y'all look I can see lights, thank you, Lord. Lights are pretty.
Lights are pretty. It's getting dark.
It is. It is getting dark, so get your kids in before the street lights come on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. And just the piece about consequences, that's the thing. It's you gotta give consequences and you gotta be consistent.
Consistency is key with kids.
Yes, consistency is key with anything. You want to lose weight, you gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
You want to develop a skill in sports, you gotta be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You want to grow up to be a doctor, a lawyer, rocket scientist, you gotta be consistent. You gotta study, you gotta put in the effort, you gotta develop.
Yep, you sure do.
You want to build your business, you gotta be consistent.
Yep.
Consistency is everywhere. It's not going away, so get on board or stay in chaos.
And excusing, yeah, exactly. Having the excuse or the justification, well, I didn't have time, or I didn't have this, or I didn't have that. It's okay.
I hate procrastination and excuses.
And you know what? If that's how you want to live your life, that's fine. But then don't blame anybody else.
And I don't want to hear about it 92,000 times a day. And don't.
Because you know how to fix it.
Yeah. Yep. It drives me crazy. You drive me crazy. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
So that is my heifer opinion to all the cows. And I mean the dads on what is it? Steer are the ones who got their balls snipped.
Oh, gosh.
So from all the steer to the bulls out there, on behalf of the male population, because there's obviously male parents as well.
Yes, this is true.
I'm sure the steers have something to say to the bulls, just saying.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or the non-parent fathers to the parenting fathers.
Yeah, I'm sure we're not alone in having some thoughts and opinions on this.
No, and children need both sexes to raise them. They need the influence of men and women in their lives to get a collective view of the world, and
it takes a village.
Oh, it does take a village.
It takes a village. I heard that from a friend the other day.
Many hands make light work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. His friend said, I want to show my kids what a good relationship looks like. I want to show my kids what a good home looks like, whether that be together or co-parenting, whether it be...
Oh, that word triggers me.
Sorry.
I'm just co-parenting. I'm not back with my ex. We're just co-parenting. Yes, please tell me more about how you're sleeping at your ex's house with your children in the same bed and you're just co-parenting. Glad you're dipping your stick in between two people at the same time. Fisher. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Freudian slip.
No.
No shade.
No shade. But yes, like the idea that surrounding yourself with friends and family who genuinely want to be there and are enjoying of your family and your kids and your dynamic, like that's huge.
Well, not just it, like I'm not a parent, but kids gravitate towards me. I connect with like 99% of them immediately.
Me too.
I love them, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, but they genuinely love me. I mean, there's a couple that are like standoffish and not communicative. But I mean, it's very rare.
Yeah.
And like, I love the innocence and joy of a child, and I feel they can feel your heart and you can feel theirs. Like you can connect with them on an energetic level. And I don't think it takes a parent to have insight. Like sometimes you just need love.
Sometimes you just have the maternal instinct, whether you're a mother or not.
Or a paternal instinct.
Or a paternal instinct. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
Sometimes you do.
Yep.
Yeah. It's unexplainable.
Baby, she's got it. Or he. Baby, we've got it. Yes. So drop the egos.
Yeah.
Allow all insight, because we all came from experience and observation.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have validity to...
We all came from parents that didn't have either. Mm-hmm. Continuing, use the knowledge, use the resources at your fingertips.
Yeah, take what makes sense and leave the rest.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, it's been nice to be back.
I agree. I'm excited for this season.
This was the premiere of the return of
Blind Chats with the Back Row Chick, Season 3. Here we come.
Stay tuned for next time. I love it.
Okay, we're recording.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
I'm really excited for a new segment.
Season 3, new segment. Tell me more.
We're gonna drop a gem every episode. Gems. Grateful every moment.
GEM.
Oh,
I like it.
All inspired by, obviously, our Lord and Savior.
Mm-hmm.
And by Rhonda Byrne's book, The Power, his Law of Attraction.
Haven't read it.
It's so good. Everyone needs to get on that. And it ties in the Bible for everyone who's a believer. It's just really nice, and it just gets you in the energy and frequencies of love and joy and gratitude, because what you think about, you bring about. So it just kind of resets your frequency and sets the tone for the day. And I've been really tangibly trying to do it and put it into effect. It's not easy.
No.
So I try and give myself some grace, and like I'll do it for at least 30 seconds a day, or I'll just wake up and things I'm excited for. So I figure every episode we can just say what we love and what makes us
feel
happy.
like it's something definitely to do when you're having a rough day.
Yes.
Because those are the moments where you're really probably not feeling a whole lot of gratitude.
Yes. And you don't want to reject your negative feelings or energy. You need to acknowledge them, but you want to replace it and push it out. And the analogy is like an empty cup. You can't push out the emptiness. Empty is just there. If you're drinking water halfway down the glass, you can't get rid of the half part that's empty. But if you pour more water in, by putting in, you remove the emptiness. So by putting in love, there's no room for the negative frequencies or thoughts or emotions.
Oh, very nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I figure when I woke up today, and I was so grateful. I love the sunshine. It
was so sunny. It's so sunny and blue skies, a smattering of clouds.
I love it. I love the sunshine. I love the blue sky.
Oh, I echo that. Absolutely.
I love the feeling of sun touching my skin, and I love when you see the shimmer of the sun bouncing off the furniture in your house and just lighting up the room. Just that illumination.
Is that your gem for today?
Oh, that's my gem. That's one of them. I feel like sharing a few, but that's...
Share, please.
Yeah, like just the things that made me happy. I was happy because I could see better today.
Yes, you were commenting as we were cruising around and driving.
Seeing outlines a bit better.
Yeah.
Which is always exciting.
Getting excited about seeing the taillights in front of us.
Yes, yes. Spending time with you.
Yeah.
And our podcast. I love that we're
jumping
freshly
back in.
coming back in. Yeah. And having like good ideas and trying to be positive. So I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be exciting. Fun. I'm excited.
It is. I love that you helped me with medical-y things today. And
yes.
Getting on track with my health. Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah, and I think those are my gems of the day.
I've got a couple. I had to take my car in last week because we thought that maybe something a little bit sinister was going on.
That's right.
It turned out to be not what we expected, and it turned out to be a fraction of the cost that I thought it was going to be. So
love
that is so wonderful.
Yes. Yes. And we prayed on that.
Yes, we did.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
The sunshine today was just beautiful. It's been like minus 40 here the last few days. So to have it be a wonderful and brisk minus 20.
And it went from minus 26 this morning to only minus 19, which was lovely.
And it was beautiful. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's really sad when you're in minus 20 and that's nice. Yeah, so the sunshine was gorgeous and wonderful, and the warmer, I say warmer, it's still minus 20 outside, but hey, small victories.
And our music, I love it. Construction. Vehicles, they move that dirt around.
For anybody that doesn't know, Roadwork Rapping by Aesop Rock, AESOP, Aesop Rock. Look it up.
So good. It makes me so happy when we sing it. I love it.
That's like our new thing.
It is.
Every time we say the word vehicle, or every time we say
construction.
Move, we say the word move, we say the word vehicle, we say the word, it's just vehicles.
Stay tuned.
That is definitely a Brent song.
Yes, thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Mr. Squires.
So it's he's gotten me into Aesop Rock for sure, but that one was it's like a child friendly.
Oh yeah, and it spread like wildfire. Like
it did.
So many people are singing it.
We've gotten a whole bunch of our friends just like,
Dawn's on it. He's like showing his nieces and nephews. Like there's so many people.
Brent laughs at me now because I just like I'll be random and he'll talk about magic and he'll talk about vehicle decks and I'll be like vehicles.
They move that dirt around.
He just rolls his eyes at me. You're like,
so good.
You love it.
Oh yeah, him and the viewers will have to meet Dawn. They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know that we know. They know. We know. They know.
That's a big gem.
Ooh, that is a gem.
That's a big gem.
That's true. Even though when I want to hit him with a cast iron frying pan, I have a lovely man in my life.
Yes.
Dong. Hi, Dong.
Hi, Dong.
I'm very grateful for him.
Shout out.
Hi, Dong.
Hi, Dong.
Love you. He is a man, so I still want to choke him out, but I'm very grateful for him. He's lovely.
I will admit he is very lovely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That is a gem.
I'll have to get his butt back here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once he smartens up. Just kidding, I love you.
Take
gems.
Take notes.
Yes, we will get him back here forever.
Oh yeah, once he's Canadian, bud.
Yeah, there, bud. They're going to be over here, there, bud, in the cold, there, bud. Getting some Timmies or Sings.
Oh my gosh.
Introducing always fresh, always sing Hortons. Never fresh?
Never fresh.
Wait, this is really just gems.
I am thankful for coffee.
I am thankful for
caffeine.
No, for restaurants that season their food.
KFC.
Yes, you know. KFC seasoning their fries and actually making them fresh and putting extra seasoning on their fries, which Wendy's doesn't seem to do anymore. So thank you, Jenny.
Jenny.
From Henderson KFC. Very grateful for you, Jenny.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jenny. That's right.
Not grateful for Forrest Gump. Thanks, Courtney. That's another topic for another day.
Oh my gosh, I have scarred her for life, folks. She had never seen Forrest Gump before this year, so
that was tragic. That was not a gem.
I beg to differ. But
Jenny, why don't you love me? Oh, my heart. I will say that you have to be grateful in every moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I am grateful that it helped me through a project I was working on. It gave me some insights.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that piece.
Good.
Past the PTSD.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I won't recommend any more like that for you.
I'm just going to cross-check your referrals.
Hey, who's the movie expert here?
Dong.
Dun, dun, dun. I challenge that.
I would love to see you and Dong go head-to-head in trivia.
Ooh.
And movies and actors. And that is not that's you people. Just keep that away.
I know, I'm ridiculous when it comes to that.
The pair of you, I just can't. I'm like, la 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 la, apples.
The squirrel.
Who is in that movie? I don't know, Brown. Whales.
That one with the face.
And the one with the willy and the whale that was black and white. It jumped and got free. Free willy!
Free wee.
Okay, we're scrolling.
Okay, so this is our new segment. It's called Gem, and we will see you next week.
Bye!
Bye! You're listening to Blind Chats with the Backroad Chicks. Thanks for joining our late night cruise.
For help keeping your drive alive, please tune in next week for more shenanigans.